What is a business supposed to do when somebody walks in without a mask? Assume that they're abiding by the rules?
You know, we are asking people to be honest with themselves. If they are vaccinated and they are not wearing a mask, they are safe. If they are not vaccinated and they are not wearing a mask, they are not safe. And what we're asking businesses to do, probably the most important thing that businesses could do right now, is to work to ensure that it's easy for their own employees to get vaccinated.
That's a CDC Director Walensky defending the new mask guidelines on Meet the Press yesterday. Jim, there had been some criticism that it was a little confusing, not well coordinated with states, maybe over their skis. Although Gottlieb on Squawk said he doesn't think we're going to pay a price for this. Maybe it was a week or two early, but prevalence is collapsing, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, what I thought was great about Gottlieb, who's been pretty much right all along, was that he said people are going to do this anyway, so you might as well just get ahead of it. My problem with that, David, is that what happened to the impending doom forecast of Dr. Walensky?
She may have dented her credibility by being outspoken early on in her tenure.
You think
and
so?
I think you and I have voiced frustration, as so many other people have, with the back and forth from the CDC for what now has been a year and a half.
Right.
And unfortunately, it's undermined, I think, to a certain extent, confidence people have in the agency overall. It's going to take a while for them to rebuild that. Yeah. I mean, the guy that we listen to, who's been the best, is Gottlieb.
Right. I mean, some people...
And Gottlieb says by June, nobody's going to be wearing a mask.
Right. Well, some people would regard the CDC's work as completely incompetent. Now, I'm not going to put myself in that camp. I just think they're incompetent.
I'm sure they have a lot of very rigorous people who work their butts off to get things right.
I remember when in The Walking Dead, they all wanted to get to the CDC. And how did that pan out? About equal to the way this pans out.
Right.
A lot of good people there in Walking Dead, too.
Did you not embrace, though, the new requirements or lack thereof? Isn't that something that will continue to push us towards what almost is appearing to be right now a full reopening?
Every one of these organizations is finally getting around to the idea that indoors without ventilation is how you get it. And that's why I'm so furious about this stuff. That's what it is. The WHO just admitted that that's how it's transferred by viral load.
Right. It's
been that way all the time.
Not surfaces.
No, I mean, we can wipe down, Carl, I like Clorox. I think it's an interesting stock. But it did not stop the pandemic.
No. And now it's one of the worst S&P stocks of 2021. I think it's maybe 15 or so from the bottom on the 500. But, Jim, today we have cases down in 50 states. The White House says looks like that's probably the case. J.P. Morgan's opening their offices across the country beginning today. 24-hour subway service. A lot of restaurants going to 100%, Jim, in states like Colorado.
Oh, no, it's real. And I think that there are people who are still worried about the variants and whether the people, David, who don't take the vaccine could be carriers of variants, which we may not be able to defend ourselves against without boosters.
We may not, although we don't know.
Right.
We don't know.
Well, how about
I have not. And anybody who has been fully vaccinated who seems to have gotten the virus doesn't show symptoms, right?
That's pretty positive.
Very rare.
But they
exceedingly rare.
Well, do you think it's the voluntary aspect of the mask is a good thing? She says you should wear it.
I actually come back to vaccines and the question as to whether you can force your employees to be vaccinated. That whole debate.
It's America. You can't do things.
And that's, that's a key question for corporate America,
China.
Bringing people back and everybody wanting to be comfortable knowing that you're fully vaccinated.
No one has said you must be vaccinated.
Universities can, because they're doing it all over the country.
Individuals, absolutely, you're right. Carl, you're right. The universities are doing it, but the corporations, no.
Yep.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.